It was not without a hint of sadness that we departed Salem Staithe, having just seen off Nate. It was a pleasant evening, threatening a good sunset. The quiet evening cruise, certainly for us the perfect anesthetic as we left him to drive home. But we kept checking the iPhones for his progress. In half an hour we were seeing the sun set over Barton. Once more we moored up for the night in our favourite place.
Hey, Benny.
Next morning it was life as usual. Rachel dressing Bella, Amy preparing their breakfast. We're making our way to How Hill to take the kids on the electric eel. What is that, you might ask? You'll soon see it. Ørsted again? The bad news here is that rain is forecast later in the day.
33% chance of rain later today.
Wow, 33% chance of rain. But we still have sunshine. The old wind pump heralds our arrival. The wherry Hathor looking splendid, the birds singing, and this stretch of the river serene as usual. So here's Brendan, the warden, and behind him the electric eel boat that will quietly take us through the narrow dikes and reed beds to see the wildlife. Off we go. Just inches above the water, getting a different perspective. Two elusive creatures on the Broads are the Bittens, a water bird threatened with extinction that has a loud booming call and that I've never seen, and also the Chinese water deer, a long way from home, that I have caught sight of a couple of times but never filmed. They're too quick. Benny is exploring as usual. Bella having fun. The Broads Authority wardens are excellent and give a running commentary on what's happening, answer our questions, and point out interesting features. This is not a living creature, it's the shell of the larva of a dragonfly called an exuvia. The dragonfly already came out from it through a tiny hole in the thorax. It's apparently the inspiration for the design of the xenomorphs in the film Aliens. These dikes give great insight into wildlife, and Brendan certainly added much to the experience. He's pointing out a marsh harrier here.
This is actually the pollen on the water, and the Arctic terns try to scare us away from their nest, I think.
So we were able to view the Broad from a hide. That gave us opportunities to see the bird life up close. A swan with her 5 cygnets, which are of course the ugly ducklings that Hans Christian Andersen wrote about, when a swan's egg was hatched with the ducks, and was rejected by them as being ugly, but eventually realized he was not a duck but a beautiful swan, when one day he saw his reflection. So here then are some ugly ducklings. Tchaikovsky would be inspired. Couple of cormorants fishing here. A baby black-headed gull. Trust me, the blackhead comes later. Another one. This might well be Swan Lake. We then went back to the boat after an informative time in the midst of nature. The kids loved it, seeing the birds close up.
Hold my hand.
Hold on, we're almost done.
Down. One.
I made it. Are you going to climb in yourself? Is it? Okay. There you go.
Hold my hand.
Okay. Yes.
Then Ben drove us back. The family home of Brendan, our excellent warden, is actually on the river at Ørsted, about half a mile away. His job certainly a labour of love. These dikes cut through the reed beds so that the reedsmen could access the reed. Back to the river.
I want to get a shot of Brendan.
It was an out-of-the-ordinary trip that was both interesting and informative. Now we'll explore How Hill.